Right guys, so I've got a 2014 Audi A3 1.4 TFSI, just carrying out oil and filter change today. Onwards from there, checking over as the inspection is due as well, so checking over all the brakes, all the tyres, MOT failures basically, if there are any. MOT is something in the UK which we guide our regulations for. So yeah, this is the 1.4 TFSI block. Be checking the coolant level, the engine level, replacing the engine oil filter, going ahead and replacing 4.5 litres of oil, which it takes 5W30. So yeah, going on from there, making a battery check as well. So let's crack on. So firstly, what I recommend is that you run the car up for about half an hour, get the oil churning around, get the oil hot. Onwards from there, you will then want to take out the oil filter and get the oil draining. So just underneath the vehicle now, that is the oil filter. This oil filter that is fitted is not genuine. The oil filter that I will fit, you will see it is a MAN oil filter. Why that is genuine is because it is OEM manufacturers approved. This one is not. On first glance you can tell straight away. So that is the oil filter, will be taken out. Also, this is the 19mm sump plug that will need to be taken out and renewed. I will be making checks to the drive shaft, the lower arm, the suspension, onwards to the other side as well, coolant pipes, going down towards the back of the car, be checking all bushes, gearbox, no leaks, which is really good. It's got 46,000 miles this car, so it's been looked after. It's fairly brand new, as you can see. The catalytic converter just through there. So yeah, it's fairly quite straightforward. And yeah, get cracking. I will check some electrics as well here as well, and then go from there. Right, so how we do here is that one vehicle I'm working on here, another vehicle I'm working on here. So the grind don't stop. Let's get it. Let's get it. So what you're going to need to take out, so this is the new oil filter. See, this is the MAN oil filter, original. This is what you need on your vehicle. What you're going to need is one of these to make life easier, just to grip onto it like this, push it down, and this is like a 26-27mm, basically something like that with the ratchet on. Again, another explanation as to why this is an aftermarket filter. Be careful with what you put on your car. I advise, do not put an aftermarket filter on your vehicle. Reason being is because it can cause more long-term effects than short-term, and you don't want that. Long-term effects which are bad for the engine rather than short-term. So for example, this was fitting over that, the original one, within such tightness. I'll put it over here. As you can see, there's just so much play. It's not going to allow me to do that. See, so instead I'm having to revert to the manual work with these. These are amazing. Do get yourself a pair. As you can see, you don't want to take the oil filter all the way off. Let it all drain out, just so when it does come out, like so, once you've let it all drain out, there you go. A lot of it comes out then. You just want to leave that in the drainer. And you know, you have to basically, once you've taken it out and before you put in the new one, you want to give this surface a good clean. Onwards from there, just check inside, make sure there's no debris or anything like this, and you're all good to go. Next we will take the sump plug out. Right now To take out the sump plug, what you're going to need is a 19mm socket, which I will show you in just a moment, which is just this. This is an impact socket. This I like better because you've got a short space and you can take the sump plug out and it's much more basically force that's going behind it. Attach that onto the end of the spanner. As you can see, you're good to take out the sump plug. It's going to be tough a bit, but you just got to crack it off. Once it's cracked off, you just unscrew it by hand. Got the good stuff coming out. So a good word of advice is that when it is dripping like this, the new sump plug. So the oils we drained out, put back in the sump plug. Right, so when you've got everything out of the way, you're going to just tighten up that sump plug. Now, this has a tightening torque specification of 25 Newton meters. So, with that, obviously, with how many sump plugs I've tightened over the years, I can do it by hand. That should be alright. And then once you finish that, what you want to do is give it a good clean. So now, all for the housing, giving it a good clean. New sump plug is back on. All you want to do as well, for good measure, is lubricate the new oil filter with oil going around, just so that when it sits on there, also it's good to squirt some oil in there as well, so when it goes into there it's already lubricated, so it doesn't need the new oil to lubricate it. Now what you want to do is go ahead and screw this in by hand. Once it gets tight, tighten it as much as you can by hand. Normally you can hand tighten these, but I like to just make sure that it's tightened more with force and at the specific tightening torques, which this has a 20 Newton meters tightening torque. So the coolant was a bit low on this one, so I'll be topping it up to that. With water. Reason being is because red antifreeze or blue antifreeze or whatever antifreeze your vehicle takes, it normally has a 50-50 or 70-30 split of water and coolant. So now what I'll be doing is putting the oil in, which is 4.5 litres. Right, so with these engines, letting the oil get in can be a bit difficult because it's just one of those designs Audi has set up for themselves and their customers. So you just want to take it slowly and then put in the amount of oil that you need. Was to fill up with oil. What you get with these Audis is a blockage here, so the oil can't basically smoothly go into the hole, so you get a lot of like build up of oil, so you want to be careful doing that. I've already put in 4 litres of oil. What you want to do is basically don't fill up to the capacity, moreover leave 0.5 litres left over so you can just gauge it via the dipstick. So yeah, 4 litres has gone in. We'll start the vehicle up, run it for about 30 seconds at best, and then from there I can then gauge the actual level of the oil. So the oil has gone in. I've started the vehicle for about 30 seconds. Now onwards to check the dipstick level. Remember to always remove the cap so the pressure allows the engine to breathe. And the oil level is, can't really see it too much. There you go. That is perfect, just before the maximum line. That's what I like to call in our trade a hole in one. So once you have gauged the oil level and happy with it, close it all back up. As you can see, just heads up, this is where the air filter resides. The pollen filter resides underneath the glove box if you're ever doing a full service. What I'll do now is carry out a full inspection, and then onwards to writing a health check for this customer of mine. What I'll do now is go ahead and reset the oil service light. Okay, so this service for the 2014 1.4 TFSI Audi A3 has been completed, and to reset the oil and inspection light on here, I will show you how to do it via the computer. Now there are means of doing it via a different way, but this way on the Audis, only Audis, is that I use the computer. So the OBD plug is just literally here. I'll just pull that out for you. If you have a look, you can see just there. And then go ahead and pop your OBD reader in there. Onwards from there. Go through to diagnostics. With this machine, because I've got a subscription, it already reads everything. So we've got these settings now on this computer here. So what you want to go is onto hot functions. Let that read. Go into all reset. Then I'll come up with a few more options, which it says auto all reset, all service reset, interval inspection reset. What we want to do is go all and inspection reset. In this test, the flexible service interval display can be reset. After this action, you require a tip which is told to your success or failure. I just bits and bobs. So the service light has been successfully reset. What you want to do is cycle the ignition a few times. Once that is done, start the vehicle, and the service light has been reset, as you can see. And then it will just take you onto a bit more information regarding this. My computer basically has a lot of in-depth stuff going on with it. Then you want to escape, and then yeah, all is well. So this was a service, or just a basic oil filter service for Audi A4 1.4 TFSI engine 2014. And yeah, onwards to the next one. See you later guys, bye.